name and I'm coming with the gun squad. Everybody running, homie, is only one God. Cocaine, white Ferrari, I'm in the fast lane. Every day was life and death, that's when the cash came. Count money, drug residue, even blood on it. He had it driving till I put my cuz on it. Kicking in the door for the suicide squad. Needle in my arm, so I'm do or die for it.
Maybach music.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the bright and beautiful Austria. I am your commentator today, Fazy, and I hope you guys are excited for a great race because I am too. We're sitting here in the commentary box. And we have a bunch of drivers in the pit lanes getting their setups ready and getting everything ready to go. We see the movement in the Haas pits coming out. As we should be going to go, good to be going soon. A few cars coming out on the track. And I'm trying to find my channel switcher. Alright, we're on board Kingslayer. Sorry about the long break, had to get something. Kingslayer on his outlap, just past the very hard right-hander of Rimas. Austria, one of those tracks that not a lot of turns, only 8, 9, if you count that little bend between turn 1 and 2. But he is currently in turn 3 of Leauge Gold. I'm just going to go by the numbers, because I can't pronounce that. This is turn 4 of Roch. Good corner to keep in. Austria, really high speed track. Everywhere is good for passing. Not 5 and 6 of Worth Curve. Very exciting section to watch. Also another exciting section is Rindit right here. So Rindit, also a good section. And coming up in the last corner is the Red Bull Mobile. We have some fan clubs of Ava in here, so let's go spectate the German armada of Ava. Ava getting that first corner really good into that non-straight bend. Up that really high hill, hard on the brakes, and to the right of Rimas. Good entry, good exit. Ava looking really good at 78. Sets a fast lap of 106.246. A yellow flag in sector 2. I believe that's just a driver letting someone through. It is. As Monster sets a new fast lap of 106.058. We got a McLaren off in the gravel. I don't know who the McLaren driver is. I think it was maybe Kingslayer. It's Ava coming around the final 2 corners. Around the Red Bull Mobile and across the line. He sits in 9th place. As a Haas driver of Formula Dini comes across the very first turn. Like the inside line as one of the Williams drivers tries to kill us. Across Rimas, sliding the car around that corner really fast. Has not set a lap time yet. Formula Danny getting slosh gold, finding the right line around there, just getting this looking smooth as butter. It's one of the last few races in the row. He's trying to make another one for the record books right here. 560 getting a little bit loose on the exit of Worth. Oh dear, this is where Juan Pablo Montoya found a deer. Across the Red Bull Mobile. And across the line, Formula A, new pole of a 105.584. Great lap from the Haas driver. Let's go over to Assassin. Only driver yet to who's out on track who has not set a lap time yet, so we're gonna be following him. This came out of Worth curb into Rendon. And Turbo Mobile. Across the line, and he sits in 8th place. Great lap from Assassin right there. We're going to go on to the McLaren of Kingslayer. Yes, that was him in the gravel earlier on his ultra soft tires. In Remus, keeping his car good. A little bit. Remus and Castrol Edge, the two hairpins on this track, are really not hairpins, but the amount of height in them and the amount of turning angle, the speed is about a hairpin speed since they're so tight and uphill. The braking points are just hard to find, and they're just a lot of off camber too on the apex. So oh my goodness, Kingslayer riding those curves really high, almost getting airborne just a little bit on the exit of Leauge. The sausage curves between 4 and 5 and 7 and 8 are curves you really look out for. Those big yellow curves. If you see a driver hitting them, they will go flying sometimes. I've seen some wild images of cars doing front flips on them, so that's something to look out for. So once again into Remus. Really hard corner to get, 90-degree hairpin-ish corner. Opens up DRS. Now we got 2 DRS zones in between turns 2 and 3 and 8 and 1. Lots of smoke going into Schlossgold. Kingslayer, oh, he's hopping over the curves and he's going, and he's gone! Into the wall! Oh, Kingslayer, tough for Kingslayer right there. Got into the sausage curves and just lost control of it, and his car just got pushed into the wall from that. Tough for him. On board with the Renault of Dave Gaming. Dave Gaming, this is his second race with the Rapid Racers League. Right through Schlossgold, that long right-hander. Into Raj, let's see if he avoids those sausage curves. Almost hits him just barely, but he's looking to keep a good line out through there. In through Worth curve. Rind it. Keeping it clean and classy through there in Rebel Mobile. And across the line, and he sits in 5th place. Great lap for the Renault driver. His second race, that should be something he's looking forward to, and he's stopped on track. I believe he's letting someone through as he gonna go check on the defending champion. He's in the pits with 3 minutes to go. Take a look at Fulton. Fulton also going into the pits. Nicky's in the pits as well. With someone who's not in the pits, it's Formula Danny. Formula Danny going pretty slow. In between turns 6 and 7 is Formula Danny going to the pits, or is he about to turn it up? The Hungarian Cobra about to strike once again, and yes, he is going on his lap through Red Bull Mobile. And down the front straight, he opens up DRS. Up to Castrol Edge, one of the hardest corners. Really, really unique corner. You don't want to hit that sausage curve or else you're going to lose it. That long, straight, not straight, straight, full out, not straight. Up into Remus, braking really late, but they're assisted by gravity hills and having to turn all there, so no surprise there from Formula Danny. And it looks like Danny's going really slow for some reason. I am not sure if his exit was that good or is he just taking it easy for the last 2 minutes and getting his tires warmed up, but seems like he's not happy with that lap and he's going to go for another one. Because he wasn't seeming to be pushing it that hard on that straight. Yeah, there he is, resting on the middle, letting Kingslayer, no, not Kingslayer, the other McLaren by. What is Formula Danny doing? He's almost stopping on track. I'll look for another clear road and going back once again. There's Formula Danny out of Red Bull Mobile. Opening up DRS once again. Up into Castrol Edge. And down that long straight, not straight, straight piece of track thingy. You know where it is. Almost Remus, and he's throwing the power out. Gets the rear end just a little bit loose. But he's on the power right now. Into Slosh Gold. Really hard turn Slosh Gold. It starts out really tight, then it opens up to this really wide, low turning angle. Almost 2 corners in one. Technically with its multiple apexes, Assassin has retired for the session. Not happy with his lap. Formula Danny almost hitting those yellow sausage curves on the outside of Worth Curve. Over the hump and into Rindit. And around Red Bull Mobile. Over the camera. And across the line. Does he improve? No, he doesn't. 17 seconds left. Let's go see if Monster has anything to answer through Red Bull Mobile. Some DRS and across the line. No. Nothing he can do. What about Alan T? Alan T running, looking for a good exit out of Ward. Over the hill to Rindit. Snapping that car, almost getting loose and out of control. He's pushing every single bit of track limits right here and across the line. He takes second. Great run for Alan T. What about Fulton in the Mercedes? Across the line. He gets fourth. About Nicky in the Williams. You see a slow rebel. Nicky going extremely wide, almost losing the car out there. And Nicky stays in fifth. What about Gearx? Gearx in the McLaren, not going that fast. Looks like he's going to pits. Yes, he is. How's the Rhino and Dave Gaming holding up? See the Ferrari of, I believe, Assassin and Dave Gaming. Dave across the line. Nothing there. How is the German Armada doing? German Armada is heading to the pits, and I believe that is our qualifying session with Formula Danny of Haas taking pole with a 105.584. We're waiting for Ava to get back in the pits. But here's your running order. Formula Danny, Alan T, Gaming Sponsor, Fulton, Nicky, Gearx, Some Idiot, Silent Ace, Dave Gaming, Ava, Assassin, Toastix, Tolga, and Kingslayer following up the grid. What a wonderful qualifying session right there, everybody. I'm sure as heck excited to see the actual race. Once again, your qualifying results are Formula Danny, Alan T, Monster, Fulton, Nicky, Gearx, Idiot, Ace, Gaming, Dave Gaming, Ava, Assassin, Toastix, Tolga, and Kingslayer. I'm gonna see how fast I can read these names out next time. Also, a really interesting strategy from Garrett starting qualifying on the super soft tires. I mean, he's up in 6th place, so may have a strategy up his sleeve, but it is Austria. So, here we go. While on the formation lap, I will be adjusting a bit of graphical settings to improve the stream stability, so yeah. Dun, 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 dun. All right, we're back. Oh. All right, we're waiting for the drivers to get all in and ready for the formation lap. Sitting in the pits. Still. Alright, here we are for the formation lap. Wait. That's the actual race. It's the actual race. Oh my goodness. Nicky takes an early lead in this non-race formation lap. What the this is the first time we've ever had a non-race formation lap, but early lead from Nicky with Foden behind and Garrett's some idiot. Formula Dana is falling extremely behind. Caught off guard. Remus Foden making a big giant jump up there. As Formula Dana is teleported up into 2nd. Formula Dana caught off guard by that. We all thought it was a formation lap. Big contact from Foden and Alan T. The Mercedes got into each other. Looks like Foden's lost a lot of his front wing. Bad issue for the Mercedes driver as he's getting overtaken on the inside by Silent Ace. Silent Ace getting on the inside of Foden, and it looks like, yes, he does get it as Monster is in the lead. And the Ferrari leading just barely for everyone else. Formula Danny recovering after that incident at the start. We got a battle between the Ferrari and Force India in the back. I believe that's Some Idiot and Foden. We got Foden on the inside of Some Idiot. It's Force India versus Mercedes. Some Idiot, Foden looking on the inside of Some Idiot. Nothing you can do. Some Idiot carries it around the outside. Let's go back to our lead battle between Formula Danny and Monster. And Schloss Gold. Alan T trying to keep up with Formula Danny and Monster, but Monster pulling away just slightly from Formula Danny. Formula Danny getting a little bit loose as he's chasing down Monster. Big loser so far is Foden, but the biggest gainer is Assassin getting up 3 places from the start. Alan T setting the fastest lap. Toll gets a 3-second time penalty. Danny getting really close up to Monster. He's riding that wake out of Castro Ledge, approaching Remus. Will there be a move on the inside? Yes. No. He's selling a dummy. He's looking for the better exit on Remus. DRS has been enabled as Danny is chasing down Monster around Schloss Gold. Trying to close that small gap of 0.3 seconds to the dangerous Roch and approaching Worth. You want to avoid those yellow curbs. If you hit those in a pack, oh my, all hell will break loose. Cars staying really close to each other right now, avoiding all that dirty air. They don't seem to be affected. Everyone up to 9th place is within a second of the car ahead. That is freaking insane. Really close battle race up here. Danny getting closer and closer with every lap. It's the monster train, everybody. And it's running through the hills of music. Danny opens up DRS, trying to chase down Monster. Still trying to find a way around that Ferrari. Now, gets a little bit loose in Schlossgo, but the Red Bull Ring is a bit interesting track. Not a lot of overtaking, a lot of opportunities. Formation lap fail. I think Alan didn't react to the start. I didn't react to the start. Everyone didn't react to the start. As Folan has left the session, apparently. I believe he may have been DC'd from that. As Danny's going down the inside, it's side by side. It's actually 3 wide as Danny and Alan. Monster has left the session. Tough for Monster right there, but Alan now, it's 3 train wide battle between Alan, Nicky, and Danny. Almost front wing to gearbox. Nicky going on the outside, Danny defending on the inside. Alan tailing for the switch right, gets a little bump from Nicky on the exit of that curb. Garrix has joined the fight as well. Danny leading Alan between turn 2 and 3. Into Schlossgo, Alan falling back just a little bit as Monster has rejoined the race with us. He's fallen down to 9th place. It's Danny leading the slow and small gap from him and Alan. Turn 5 and 6. Alan still closing in on Danny. We got a yellow flag in sector 2. It's Kingslayer. Kingslayer went into the wall once again. Rejoining the front leaders of LNT and Formula Danny. Both of them pulling away just a little bit from Nicky. But Garrix on those supersaws sitting in 4th place. It's into Remus. LNT sitting in Formula Danny's wake on. DRS is open and wide. Trying to sell him a dummy. Formula Danny does not bite at the bait. As Danny's leading this group out. LT trying to close that small gap to Danny. It's all about speed and strategy on this track. Red Bull Mobile. Move from Garrix on Nicky. Nicky and Garrix are side by side. Garrix looking for the move on the inside on Nicky. Oh, Nicky comes across his front wing, but nothing he can do. As Alan T and Formula Day are pulling away just slightly. Well, this gap, and actually Formula Day is pulling away from Alan T as well. Formula Danny getting not the best exits. Alan T getting an alright exit, and he's sitting in that wake, and he's still going to stay on the back of Formula Danny. Big, lots of smoke in Schlossberg from all the drivers in the lead. As the blue flags of the Ghosted McLaren of Kingslayer drives around the track. Nicky comes across those big yellow sausage curbs. Surprised that their car has not flown off into the air yet, but that may happen very soon. Oh, Formula Danny getting really loose. Nicky going really wide. Nicky actually gets a 3-second tap, but we're going to stay on board with LT as we're watching this battle unfold from the high between Nicky and Garrix. Will there be a move from Garrix right here? No, there isn't. Nicky goes wide. Nicky's in the grass. Nicky saves it, and Garrix is now side by side with Nicky. They're having a little bit of drivers, but Garrix gets the overtake, capitalizing off Nicky's mistake. Will Nicky make a move on the inside into Remus? No, there is no move. Tough for Nicky. And Garrett on those super soft tires is sitting comfortably in second place as he's actually gaining on the leaders on those super soft tires. Maybe the super softs are the tire of his choice in the beginning of the lap. It's almost closing in on a second between Alan T and Garrett, so he will not have DRS, so he is the second net leader with him and his super soft tires. Interesting strategy choice from Garrett as Alan T is still trying to chase down Formula Danny. Alan T's 0.4 seconds behind Formula Danny. We have a battle between Dave Gaming and Silent Ace unfolding at the back. In the little midfield, it's Renault versus Force India. Dave getting the better exit out of Castro Edge. Will there be a move into Remus? Dave looking for the outside move. No, there is not any move coming from Dave as we're going to go back into the lead battle very soon. But Dave looking around for Silent Ace. Being on the inside, Schlossberg, nothing home. Brewer Roch. No Sasha's curb incident as the ghost car of Fulton still driving around. Saw the Force India, some idiot flying by trying to chase these two down. But no moves from either driver so far. Rebel Mobile, who gets a better exit? They seem pretty good, but Dave does have the DRS on as we're going to go over to Alan T and Garrix. Garrix getting a big jump on Alan T coming out of Castro Edge. Garrix going around the outside. Alan T defending on the inside, trying to squeeze him out. He is successful, but Garrix is still charging on those super soft tires against Alan T. Lots of smoke coming into Schlossberg. Still trying to chase him down. Garrix is on Alan T. This is a battle for second place, avoiding those Sasha skirts. Both drivers are. Alan T breaks a little early. They almost touch. Nicky gets a bit loose on the exit of Worth. Garrix going for the outside move. Alan T defending on the inside. Oh, Garrix diving on the inside, trying to go for the touchback. Oh, Alan T's pitting. Alan T's gone into the pits. First driver in the pits. They've ghosted in the pit lane. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that's how a Formula 2 car is born. Don't quote me on that. But they were ghosted in the pit lane, and Nicky beats Alan T out of the pits. What a crazy pit session for Nicky, who's pitting on the soft tires. And Alan T and Nicky collide in the pits. Oh my goodness. Alan T is absolutely furious in the pits. Coming out of the pits, Nicky slams on the brakes and just takes out his front wing. His Tosis goes extremely wide on the exit of Remus. What a crazy turn of events between Alan T and Nicky. Nicky doesn't even know that what has happened, or that was a on-point slam of the brakes. I think Alan T got onto the pit limiter just a bit fast and hit the back of Nicky, who has not turned off the limiter just yet. As Formula Danny has gone to the pits, onto the ultra soft tires coming out. Believe he's going on to the soft tires. So interesting choice from Formula Danny going on to the soft tires as his rival of Alan T is on the super soft tires, but Alan T going back in the pits again to repair his front wing. As Garrix is leading the race away on those super soft tires from the start. He's got to leave around 3 seconds. Nearest to him, who has pit, is Formula Danny. Formula Day is 17 seconds behind Garrix. If Garrix has to keep that gap up. He's on the better tire still. Formula Danny on the soft tire. But Garrix still has to be pushing for a few more laps until he wants to pit again. I'm gonna go on board with Formula Danny as he's picking his way back through the field between Dave and Silent Ace. They have not pit as well. Formula Danny cutting that gap down just a small tiny bit. Nikki is also going into the pits as well. Why is Nikki returning to the pits? Well, story unfolding as Nikki is going back into pits and going for some super soft tires. I believe the Williams pit crew chief realized what Nikki did on the Audi and said this is a little gentleman's agreement between them as Nikki and Audi both take a pit stop. So they both don't negotiate. So Nikki doesn't gain an advantage on Audi. As you see Audi in the background. Right there. We have a battle coming up for second place between Silent Ace and Dave Gaming coming out of Ridden. Silent Ace is going to the pits right now. Almost taps the wall in the entry and saves it. Another driver in a battle. Oh, Assassin gets Monster gets really loose actually. On the exit of Red Bull Mobile. Great move for Ava as he's chasing down Monster right behind. We'll go on board with the Williams driver Tosix as he's fighting with rejoining traffic of Silent Ace and some idiot. A lot of smoke between the two Force India drivers. They're going to try to keep it clean through here. Both Force India drivers been having a good season. Silent Ace, the newest addition to Force India, after the recent departure of one of its main drivers, of Fluffy Dave. So like some idiots getting on the tail end of Ava. 7-8 getting really close on the approach of Red Bull Mobile. Ava going down the inside there, side by side. It's some idiot all the way. And Ava is no one's home as Silent Ace now has to pick up the German Armada. Guys, yellow flag in sector 2 and 3. I don't know what's causing that. I believe it may be Tosix. No, it's not. I am sorry for pulling away from that. As Garrix is still leading the pack away, as we're going to go back to the Ava Dave Gaming fight between both teams. Ava going really slow, letting Dave Gaming through as he is chasing down the Force Indians, but a lot of smoke from Ava right now as he enters Schloss Gold. Ava on ultra soft tires may have to pit right now as the leader of Garrix has gone into the pits. 13 seconds ahead as Tolga has retired from the session. What is happening to Tolga? He's in the pits. And Formula Danny retakes the lead as Garrix was in the pits on the soft tires with 20 laps to go. Danny early on his low soft tires may go for a one stop, but pretty early on as Nikki has retired from the session. What has happened to the Williams drivers? Oh, Nikki just pulling off. No damage to what I could see. I guess just retiring after that incident. We're gonna go on board with Garrix as he's chasing down Assassin. He's got Monster right behind. He's in a little sandwich for second place. Gaining a lot of ground on Leauge. going into Worth. Garrick's looking for the inside move. May go for a switchback into from the outside to the inside. Garrick's going around the outside. He's looking forward. Oh, almost a little bit of contact. Has goes onto the sausage curbs as looks like Assassin's going into the pits off those ultra soft tires as Garrick's is now back in second place. And Monster, the other Ferrari driver, now chasing him down. Monster still trying to chase down Garrick's. As our DNF drivers are finally getting out of the race after leaving their cars and getting checked out at the medical center. Monster still chasing down Garrick, so this is a battle for second happening right now. Falling just a little bit back, under half a second, as we have another battle shaping up between Dave Gaming and Silent Ace once again. Dave Gaming on the super soft tires, Silent Ace on the soft tires. Silent Ace in the Force India, Dave Gaming and Loreno. Dave taking an aggressive line through Castro Leauge. A lot of speed he's carrying on that long straight heading into Remus. Will there be a move made on the inside from Dave? He thought about it, had a little bit of lockup, decided not to, and he's looking for another chance. As Tosis gets a 3-second time penalty. And Schlossberg. Dave Gaming trying to close in on Silent Ace. Getting really close to him. Dave Gaming in this little sandwich. We're going to switch our cameras to Silent Ace since he is in this car sandwich between the Force Indias and the Renault driver. Silent Ace is stuck in there trying to decide whether he should be defending or attacking in this situation. Whether 5th place is a good spot for him. Just see both the Force Indias on the soft tires as Dave Gaming is on the super soft tires. So all Silent Ace just has to do is hold off Dave for a while until he has to pit again or get to the ending stages, because Dave is on his gearbox, almost touching him in Worth, but they're so close together. Oh, looks like Dave has gone wide on the exit of the Red Bull Mobile turn. The final turn going into Castro Leauge. Dave has to regroup and find himself once again to chase down the Force India of Silent Ace. It's a train. It's an idiot train as he's leading them on. Silent Ace gaining a lot of ground on the exit of Remus. I need a slosh gold. Dave Gaming getting a better run on Silent Ace. Coming into Rouch into Worth. Will there be a move coming up very soon from Dave? Horrible camera angle. Don't know who designed it. Oh, front wing has come off. Looks like Dave Gaming's front wing has fallen off magically. What has happened there? What has happened there at Dave? Little bits of his front wing has fallen off. It's the cascade details. Oh, just disastrous for Dave Gaming right there. What has happened to the front wing of Dave? They just fell off and they were made of paper mache. With around 15 laps to go. He's definitely going to have to make another pit. Probably onto the Ultra Softs or Super Softs once again to finish out this stint. And race disastrous for Dave Gaming, who's driving so well, and then I guess on sausage curbs he just lost a bit of his front wing. Onward with the Force Indias having their little fight. The battle for 4th place between Silent Ace and some idiot. Or let's call them the underscore bros. They both got underscores the other day. These two drivers holding on a good position for the Force India team in 4th and 5th. These two drivers fighting for a while now. Some idiot still leading Silent Ace, actually pulling away just a little bit from him. After that bizarre incident with Dave Gaming. Dave Gaming actually staying out with that little damage to his front wing. Little update for y'all. Monster has gone into the pits. And onto the Ultra Soft tires to finish out his stint with around 13 laps to go. The first driver to go for a 2-stop strategy, Monster, has gone onto the Ultra Soft tires. Assassin, also the other driver on 2-stop strategy, doing something else, I believe. But the biggest winner and loser so far is Assassin, gaining up 5 pole positions from the start. And the biggest loser is Fulton after his ghost car has happened. And back to the Force India fight between some idiot and Silent Ace. Silent Ace closing in on some idiot. Dave Gaming gets 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings on the exit of Rinden. Probably went really wide to break it board or something. Silent Ace trying to find a way around the Force India. Some idiot. Almost 10 laps left. Who will go into the pits, or will they stay out between Formula Danny and Gearx? Some idiot pulling out the pace on Silent Ace. Almost an entire second ahead. Just pulling away and just punishing him with his driving style and lines of choice. So all 4 leaders are on the soft tires, but one driver on the Ultra Softs, and that is Monster. With almost 10 laps to go, Silent closing in on some idiot once again. It's funny, in the sectors 1 and 1, from turns 1 to 3 and 4, from turns 1 to 4, Silent Ace is slower than some idiot, but in everything else through 5 through 8, Silent Ace is faster than some idiot. So it's an odd little switcheroo happening right here as some idiot's pulling away from Silent Ace, but in these closing corners, he's going to reel it back in as Dave Gaming has gone to the pits and fitted those ultra soft tires on. Speaking of drivers with ultra soft tires, Monster has caught up with Assassin after his pit stop, and he's now chasing down Assassin. Into Worth Curve. The Ferraris are battling. They're side by side, and a little bit of team orders going on right there as Assassin has led his teammate through, who was on the fastest tires and charging into 5th place. His next target is Silent Ace. As they're side by side up ahead, Silent Ace is something that they almost touch wheels. Silent Ace going on the inside of Remus. Something that looking for the switchback, but no can do from the other Force India driver as he's sitting in that wake. In a slosh gold, some idiot has to make the capitalizing move, but he gets not the best of exits as Silent Ace is running away with it. So made it almost an entire second behind his teammate after that incident. And Remus probably got team orders call, but it does not seem like that was a team orders call, and that was just all racing from Silent Ace, charging out of Castrol Edge and going side by side with his teammate and up the inside, just forcing his way into 3rd place for his first podium in the F1 Rapid Racers League. A lot of smoke going to Schwarzberg from some idiot, making big gains, almost an entire half a second gain on Silent Ace. But nothing he can do as Silent Ace is just pulling away from Rendon. But there is a charging McLaren behind, about 5 seconds behind him. Monster is right there. That is not Monster in that McLaren. I'm sorry, that is the lad's car, Kingslayer. Monster's in the Ferrari. A little bit of debris on some idiot's front wings. You see in the barge boards, some paint is chipped off the front of one of the advertisements. Really small detail, but it's there. As he's gaining just a bit of ground on Silent Ace. Disastrous camera angle. Some idiot still gaining on Silent Ace, keeping in contact with his teammate as Monster. He was 5 seconds behind. He's now 3.8. Almost an entire second per lap. Will he get onto the podium in the upcoming laps? At this pace, it seems like a yes, but with 7 laps to go, it's anyone's game. Still some idiot try to close in on Silent Ace. Big lockup from him. through Leauge and Worth. Some idiot closing in within half a second. You see that Ferrari of Monster in the background. Just closed under 3 seconds. Just closing in on his prey very soon. These two must get a move on. That blood red Ferrari in the background. In Leauge. As some idiot is closing within half a second, going into Remus. Falling back, not the best of exits for some idiot, as Monster is almost within 2 seconds of these two guys. Ladies and gentlemen, Monster is about to join the party, and it's gonna be a rouser for the last step on the podium. Little update from Gearx and Formula Dating. Formula Dating been on the soft tires just a little bit, but someone closing in almost a few tenths per lap is Gearx. He's going for Gearx on the soft tires. He started out on the super soft tires, and he was on the soft tires later than Formula Dating, but Formula Dating, they're on the same tires just by a few laps. But Gearx does have the fresher tires, so with 5 laps to go, there may be a bit of tire saving between these two drivers. But someone who is not doing any tire saving, it's Monster, as he is almost within an entire second of some idiot and Silent Ace for the battle for 3rd place. Monster sliding those tires around Schlossberg just a little bit. Schlossgold, I mean. Almost a second, closing in very slowly. Approaching this like a surgeon. Picking apart each corner. As Gearx broke the 3-second mark. And Monster is about to break the 1-second mark to the Force Indias. Some idiot is in his eyesight. Ladies and gentlemen, targets locked. He's got DRS and he's closing in fast. It's a 3-way battle for 3rd. Monster closing in slowly on some idiot. Getting the best out of each corner. Getting the best out of Remus. Some idiot battling Silent Ace. He's caught up in this sandwich. Monster has got the tires and everything. He's got 4 laps to get into 3rd right here. Through Leauge and Worth. Monster within half a second. It gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Disastrous for Monster right there. He's got to pull away from these two very quickly at the end with 3 laps to go. Monster opens up DRS on some idiot. Some idiot going down to the inside line to defend from Monster. Big train of cars right here. It's a ghost car. So nothing we should look upon. A lot of smoke into Remus from some idiot. Both on the soft tires. Monster closing in ever so more. He's 0.3 seconds looking for a move into Schlossgold. He's got the grip, he's got the speed, but where will he make the overtake? Leauge. Monster getting a little bit frustrated with so few little laps left. Trying to get it past these two drivers. Through Rindit and Rebel Mobile. Some of it defending on the inside. Monster closing in once again, but no can do. As Monster, Some Idiot, and Silent Ace are all fighting and fighting for it. Monster goes down the inside in a remix. They touch, they bang wheels just a little bit. But he clearly makes it past on the inside of Some Idiot, and Monster gets the overtake into 4th place. And now his next victim is Silent Ace. Big lockup from Some Idiot going into Slosh Gold. And now Monster chasing down Silent Ace. Half a second into Worth. With 2 laps left between Garrix and Danny. Garrix is a 3-second time penalty. Tough for Garrix. He is closing it every lap. He's getting even closer, but nothing he can do. Silent Ace weaving across the track, trying to defend from Monster. Monster not fazed by it. Still closing in on Silent Ace. Bound for 3rd is all alive and well. Monster going around the outside. They bang a little wheels. No Lewis Hamilton, Nico Rosberg incident right there. You see Some Idiot flying past both drivers. Almost a disastrous incident as there's a little drag race going on the back straight. Monster around the outside, go for the switchback move on Silent Ace, going down the inside right now. They're side by side on the Ace of the Slosh Gold. It's Silent Ace all the way through Leauge, but Monster going on the inside once again. Going for a move into Worth Curve. Keeping it clean and classy through there as we're entering our final lap. Formula Danny and Garrix are still in that battle. Garrix closing in just ever so more, but he may back off now, that knowing that he has that 3-second time penalty. As Silent Ace and Monster are still in that battle. Monster getting a little bit loose on the exit of Castro Edge, but he's still closing in on Silent Ace. We're on the last lap, ladies and gentlemen. It's just now or never for Monster. Opens up DRS, approaching Slosh Gold. He's going for the move. He's going for the inside. On to Slosh Gold. Big late break from Monster. And Silent Ace goes on the inside. Defends it wonderfully from him as we're going to go onto the final curve for Formula Danny as he comes across the line to win round 8 of the F1 Rapid Racer season. But the race is not over. We're going on board with Silent Ace as he's defending from Monster. 2 corners to go. Can he defend from the Ferrari driver of Monster? Monster big lunge into Red Bull Mobile, but no, he can't do it. Silent Ace squeeze as he takes his first podium of his career in the F1 Rapid Racers. Amazing drive from Silent Ace. First podium in his second race. Speaking of great drive, shout out to Formula Danny as he takes another win in a row. The Hungarian Cobra cannot be stopped, ladies and gentlemen. As Dave Gaming gets another, improves on his position, gets 8th place, and adds points. Great drive from Formula Danny. He wins another Grand Prix in the F1 Rapid Racers Esport League. There he is, standing on top of the podium. It's Danny, Garrix, and Silent Ace as they lift up their trophies and spray the champagne. We're going to go into the post-driving conference. What a race for Alan T. And congratulations to Formula Danny. Hello, you're the first one here, so
Hello.
We're just going to get right into it. Congrats on the win. Once again, got a little bit close near the end, but you know what? Very exciting race at the very end for you. Weird start. Yeah.
I don't know what happened to... Yeah, I mean, the start was like weird because we usually have like, how do you call
Formation
it?
lap.
Opening lap or formation lap. And this time we didn't have it, so it made me think that it's weird. And after Monster didn't really leave the space around the outside, to be honest. I didn't like it, but unfortunately it happens in racing. And I was in second position. I was definitely faster and was very close to complete an overtake, but I needed a few more laps to do that. So in the first half of my first stint, I just saved my tires, but it's a little bit of a bad luck for Monster that he actually lost connection, because it could have been a more exciting fight. But I'm like not sad because of that victory, because I think seeing my raw pace, I deserve that one, to be honest. And at the end, I know that it was close, but Garrix got a penalty in the penultimate lap, and I didn't have any penalties, and I just managed my tires, and I managed the gap consistently, because yeah, after Monster was out, LNT put high pressure on me, but then he messed up the strategy, as far as I'm concerned. And after, I just had an easier race. It was actually a race that could have been much harder and more exciting, but the gods didn't want that today. So I think I just did what I needed to do and
congrats
got another
on that.
victory.
If Garrix was in here, we'll talk to him, but let's talk to somebody who just got his first podium in the F1 Rapid Racers League in his second race, Silent Ace.
Oh, crazy. I was shaking during the last couple of laps, but managed to hold on. I saw Jeremy's Monster just kind of diving it in there every occasion, but nothing enough. Third, he had a penalty anyway, so amazing.
Yeah.
Pressure from everybody all throughout.
You were fighting with throughout the entire laps between some idiot and Nikki for a little bit, until Nikki had a weird incident where his front wing just fell off. I honestly don't know what happened there, but I just looking back at Nikki, just front wing falls off, and I was like, oh, that was weird. I don't actually think that was Nikki. I may believe that was somebody else. Whatever. Let's go on board with a little. Speaking of Nikki, Alan T, you had an incident in the pit lane with Nikki. What happened there?
Oh yeah, that was quite embarrassing. I forgot to switch first my tires for soft, and I pitted for super soft. And then coming out of the pits, I actually hit Nikki's rear with my front wing, which was kind of noob mistake. I take blame from that. And then, well, the race was quite done. I think I had very good pace at the start. I was able to pressure Danny, but then I think I probably used too much of my tires, and I just couldn't keep up with him after lap 9.
All right, let's go down the order in the chat room. Assassin, how was your race?
First of all, sorry everyone.
Yes, you scared the crap out of me. I was expecting a nice calm thing, and then it took me 2 freaking quarters to realize that this is the actual race.
Yeah, no, that was completely accidental, because I manually set all the lobbies purely on the basis of the weather bug. So yeah, I missed one setting, so that's my bad. But yeah, otherwise qualifying, I embarrassingly broke my front wing on the first run, and the second run I just made a complete mess of that. But in terms of the race, I did quite well with the race pace, but it was a suboptimal strategy just to try and gain some places.
All right. Let's go down to Ava, the German Armada. How was your race?
Good, funny, points. I'm
Short,
happy.
Sweet, awesome. Let's go to Dave Gaming. Dave, you got points again.
Yeah, could have been more. Probably even a podium finish. Unfortunately, there were some desyncs. I think Gemüse Monster had one disconnect in the race, and after that, he spawned every time I went to the third sector of the track, and in front of me there was Silent Ace, and from my perspective, it always looked like Silent Ace is just beating away the car of Gemüse Monster, and unfortunately, one time it was a major desync, of course. Unfortunately, one time I hit him. I had
It was
front
you.
wing damage.
It
and,
was you.
After
Earlier
that,
I said
had
it was
to.
Nikki, but no, it was you. On our stream, it just you hit a invisible wall, and I thought you hit the sausage curb at a different angle, and your front wing just fell apart like paper mache. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. You can take a look at my view afterwards. It looks kind of funny because it seems like the Ferrari is waiting until the yellow car comes and then just goes out of the track to hit him out of the way. It was a little bit unfortunate, but
Yep.
that's the way
Monster, you pitted on Ultrasofts really late for a very demanding charge to fight back. Almost got a podium finish out of it, but it wasn't meant to be. How is your race, man?
When I said anything can happen in Austria, I didn't mean that. It was quite confusing because of the formation lab thing, because Assassin told me beforehand that we were the only one knowing, kind of, and then because he just thought of it like 30 seconds before the race started. But I thought, well, I have to go for it. The other guys don't know, so it will probably continue because it's the same for everybody. I managed to YOLO past Danny, then had okay pace, was preparing for a good fight, and then the game just closed. It closed.
Well, luckily he got back in the race to finish.
Danny's got to have some good friends at Codemasters. Well, then I had to do two-stop and fought back. Everybody was racing really cleanly. It was really entertaining. In the end, Silent Days made a great effort, and
Last week, you know what happened to me at AOR. I lost connection and I finished in last position. But in the penultimate lap, I was on third.
All right.
Sometimes this helps, sometimes not. Like a little bit of a lottery mix.
Well, let's go over to Tosix. He finished in 10th position and got points off of a one-stop, surprisingly. So how was your race, man?
Yeah, I did a one-stop with super softs and softs. It was very slow. I had a few issues with the front brake bias. I turned my fuel mix up and down, and I turned then the front brake bias 2, and I didn't realize it, and I had it at 62, and I can't brake good enough, and this was not so good. I realized it at the half of the race, and I was last.
All right. Well, we have one driver left. Everyone knows him. He finished 5th. Summon it. How was your race?
Pretty damn good. I'm happy to have you get a podium, Vector. Excellent job in that. We drove about as well as we could have to do that. I mean, I'll say personally, if I were to describe my weekend or try to go through my weekend, I got a decent qualifying. I did about as well as I could have getting P7. I knew that I pretty much realized that we weren't going to have the formation lap. I lost like 3 spots off the line, but it wasn't because I didn't know it was the start. I just got a terrible launch. It's like I was in first gear and the car just wouldn't go anywhere. So I lost 3 spots that way. I actually almost got Barakello'd by Assassin on lap 2 after trying to get around Photon and everything. And I was cussing you out, Assassin. No lie, because I thought I got to your inside, and then you almost sandwiched me, so I had to jump on the brakes and avoid hitting you. But past that, pace wasn't good on the ultra softs. I was coming back later on, and I knew that if with my early pit, I'd be able to maybe get somewhat of an undercut and have some clean air, and that it actually played out. We managed to get up to like P6, then everybody had their incidents, and it was pretty much turned into a basically last man standing race. And me and Hector found ourselves P3, P4. We were talking in Discord when we had the chance that he had one less penalty than I had. He didn't have a penalty. I had 1 penalty. So we pretty much came to the conclusion that he should probably be out in front. I would try to basically rear guard the entire way for the final few laps of the race. Actually, it made it much easier to do so because I made a mistake into turn 1. I locked up the right front and had to try to slide it to get the car to not go deep and pick up another penalty because I was at 2 warnings on my second penalty. So I was basically driving the final 20 laps right on the limit of it. So just trying to not pick up that final penalty, and possibly if anybody else behind catches, I might be able to stay ahead. But just trying to fend Monster off. Actually, with a few laps to go, you went down my inside of turn 2. You actually kind of hit me, by the way. I was a little fuming after that because I thought I'd given you all the entire inside, and then you still came up on me and hit me. So that kind of pissed me off. But then you did an awesome job hanging on to P3, and you got a deserved podium. So I P5 is about the best I could have done with the situation I found myself in, and very happy to see my team.
Awesome race from all you guys. We will see you on the 16th in Azerbaijan in the Baku City circuit. Any other messages y'all want to say before we end off?
Yeah, look what Dave is doing in his life. Like, a little bit of a cool down.
Hey, what's Dave doing?
You should I think just go back by half minute or 40 seconds, and
I can also repeat it.
Well, what's the cooling technique?
I don't have ice cream like Kimi, so my
you
ice cream is on my
ice
eyes.
cream all over yourself?
No, just very cold
All
water
right, well,
bottles.
after some really ridiculous ideas, we'll see you guys next week in Baku. Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.